A lot of big businesses start from small families. In this video, Professor Enrique Soriano III will explain how you can grow your family business the right way with corporate governance. A good corporate governance system does the following. 1. Puts the right policies in place. 2. Clarifies roles, reporting lines, and delegation of responsibilities. 3. Separates policy direction from the day-to-day running of the company.
Effective corporate governance means having a system of rules, practices, and processes. Ito pong tatlong elements na to ay the basic foundation in making sure the business would continue for years. Plus, the added benefit po dito ay masaya ang mga shareholders and aasenso yung negosyo.
This is the typical family business model, which is composed of 3 overlapping groups: family, ownership, and business.
In each group, there are different boards and councils that play so many roles to ensure the smooth operation of the business. Ano ho ang mga ito? Family council, the shareholders, the board of directors, plus the operating units. We call them the management team and the CEO.
The first governance body is the Family Council.
The Family Council provides a forum for the resolution of family conflicts, making sure communication is managed. In a family business setting, the council provides an avenue for any generation to actually raise some issues. The second element is investing on the training of the next generation. The key here is stewardship. So therefore, training them is critical in creating a stewardship model for the family business. And finally, ensuring compliance. A council that manages and implements and checks on family members' compliance.
Another governance body is made up of the shareholders.
Shareholders have a number of key roles and responsibilities in the business, which primarily include holding shareholders meetings to discuss opportunities, policies, and review the business and management's performance. They are also in charge of electing the board of directors.
Next, we have the board of directors.
One of the major responsibilities of the board includes reviewing the performance of the CEO and management team because their main role is to look after the interest and welfare of the shareholders. The board of directors also assists in the objective planning and managing of the succession process and provide advice to the CEO on major business directions such as expansion, performance and compensation of executives, human relations issues, growth opportunities, and of course, funding for business growth.
Another governance body is the management.
The management team are responsible for making operational decisions and policies for the business. They also make recommendations regarding the business process. Having non-family members in the management team helps set high standards of work ethics and inevitably ensure accountability.
Lastly is the CEO.
A CEO is responsible for the overall management of the business. He is also tasked to oversee the implementation of the plans according to the business strategy. And finally, the CEO's role is to act as liaison between management and the board.
With these structures in place, you bring the right people together at the right time to discuss the right things. Now, let's discuss specific challenges that can be addressed when effective corporate governance is established in a family business. Challenge number 1.
There's one example of a family business that I helped a few years back. The father approached me how disappointed he was because the children were encouraged to become entrepreneurs. But unfortunately, in their quest of becoming entrepreneurs, they ended up putting a business of their own at the expense of the real business of their father. So the father asked me what would be the best possible remedy for a situation na at some point, 70% of their time was already devoted to their own personal business and 30% na lang dun sa negosyo ng parents. So my answer to that was fundamentally, they must have a family council. Then, i-elevate na ho yan sa board of directors. Pinag-uusapan nila anong pinaka-win-win solution para mapagbigyan yung isang anak to pursue his ambition of growing his own business, and on the other hand, na hindi naman ho makompromiso yung negosyo ng family.
Challenge number 2.
I'll give you one example of another family that I coach. The father said na masaya na siya kasi benta ng benta. Then I asked him a very simple question. What if you're no longer around? Will that same model apply to your children? He could barely answer. I told him, simple. Require your children, require your professional team to prepare a business plan. When you have a business plan, alam mo na kung saan ka papunta. Therefore, my suggestion really is to pursue a very important key ingredient, the inclusion of a good CEO and a management team that focuses on building a very good business plan, plus the board of directors that will also approve the business plan so that you can be assured that at the very least 1-year plans are already in place. Every family business starts very small. Typically, mom and pop, sabi nga nila, hole in the wall. As the business evolves, syempre the complexity of industry, the environment, the number of family members are added to the business and therefore creates a lot of complications. So in the absence of any roles, any definition of their functions, their responsibilities, talaga ho, it's almost a guarantee that there will be conflict. And after all is said and done, the key element is really all about compliance. It also boils down to corporate governance. Always remember this. There are corporate governance frameworks, but you should create your own system. It must be compatible to your current structure, to your needs, and to your future plans. All stakeholders, family members, partners, or even non-family members must commit to the system in order for it to work. This is not a walk in the park. It is a process. It will require a lot of work. Some could be extensive. But always remember this, the long-term benefits far outweigh the work you will go through. If you're aspiring to become a big organization someday, you must start now. So, at the end of the day, corporate governance is not for big companies. It's really meant for family enterprises who are willing to do whatever it takes to become a long-term player and ensure that the legacy is maintained. All it takes is corporate governance.
For more opportunities to grow and finance your business, BDO SME Loan is here to help.